The Bunker Project is brought to you by Wix.com, the #1 place to create a website online.
Now an exciting HTML5.
The Bunker Project podcast episode number 94. And we're approaching episode 100. It's going to be a big party.
Yeah. Are we going to have a hangout?
We might just have to.
Yeah, just do a live hangout, have it sit in the corner. I want to try and figure out how to do 3 USB cameras. That'll be awesome.
All right, welcome back to another episode of The Bunker Project. We're live to hard drive here in the Den Bar in downtown Vancouver underneath the Barclay Hotel.
Sorry.
Oh, somebody's running out of the room.
No, we're just doing some technical work here. Some technical work.
We've got a full house here almost in the Bunker Show.
We've got more people in the bunker than are in the bar. We are the cash cow tonight.
Isn't that normal?
Actually, that is true.
Yes,
we
that's true.
That is true because there's nobody out there.
Yes.
Hey, it's easy to be good.
Anyways, yeah, so we were talking about the 100th episode coming up on August the 2nd.
Yeah, we used to be, this is the third time we've changed the date. But this is the last.
Second time.
What?
Second time. We only changed it.
I think we discussed 2 or 3 dates maybe.
Yeah, and then we put it out, and then it was your bad math.
Big time! I counted 2s instead of 1s.
Instead of August, he put it as July. Anyways,
it would have been great. It would have been last week. It'd have been.
Yeah.
No, actually, it would have been right now.
It would have been next week.
Oh,
next time.
Shows my mouth.
Yeah. So we'll do the roundtable introductions. We'll get into the show. We're going to talk about the Windows new tablet coming out, the Surface. We're going to have gaming with James, and we're going to talk about all sorts of other cool stuff during this episode. And Marcel's shaking his head saying, what the heck are you talking about?
Well, James took my robot cigarette and gave me a different robot cigarette, and I don't understand why.
Well, he wants you to check out a different flavor. What was his first flavor? Chocolate or?
Well, I got peach. What do you got? You got like Canadian?
I have
Canadian. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Bacon, I guess.
Bacon.
Do they don't bacon filters yet?
That would be awesome.
That'd be good.
So I'll start off. I'm Andrew McGivern at Podcast Hero on Twitter, mobile technology guy, and podcast maven.
Oh, he actually has a certificate, so it must be true. It's Bob Garlic here, and go to, contactbob.tel. Yeah, that's a new one.
Bonnie.
At B. Sainsbury on Twitter. And on this Friday, if you're in Vancouver, I have a blogging for business workshop between 9:30 and 1:30. Go to the meetup, Blogging for Business.
Cool.
Excellent. Well done.
Is it a free meetup?
It is not.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I am not a cheap date.
All right.
Hey, wait a minute. You said you were cheap last week.
Frugal.
I'm frugal. But I am not a cheap date.
I see.
Fiscally responsible.
Thank you.
And we've got Marcel, the
Yeah,
movie man.
I'm Marcel from themovieyearbook.com, on Twitter at movieyearbook.
Hey, I just want to ask you, how many movies you got there?
115.
So that's a lot of movies, man. That's a huge... And how long are each blog post? Like 50 words, 60 words, or 500 or 600 words?
Averaging about 1,000 words.
1,000 words.
1,000 words.
So it's a long-form blog.
Hey, there's a guy
That's
there's a guy that did a movie challenge recently. I can't remember his name. He went down. It was in 1 month. He wanted to see how many Netflix movies that he could watch, and so he watched like nonstop Netflix movies. He got noticed by Netflix, and they flew him down, gave him a tour, and they created this new official day with his name. It's like whatever his name is, Mark something or whatever, is the
Zuckerberg?
Within the company. It's an official day after his name.
Wow.
So I mean,
That's
things can happen when you do crazy stuff.
Well,
If you
it's all
succeed.
driven by awesome
You just gotta
social
get
media.
you just gotta get noticed. That's all.
Yeah, it's a timing thing, dude. It's a timing thing.
So hey, next year when the movie yearbook starts up, big things are going to happen.
You never know.
No, I'm optimistic. Like, if I give it another go, like, who knows?
Yep.
You're right.
Hey, we've also got the Goodbye Tax Maven here too.
Hi, I'm Satomi Hirano. Yes, goodbye tax at goodbye Satomi at goodbyetax.ca.
Are you
Yes.
sure? Are you sure?
Help you to reduce your number one expense. And my nephew, I saved him $225 this year, and he was so happy. And my niece, I saved her over $6,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
Taxes.
I know.
Yes.
I know. It's
Nice.
depressing. My accountant calls.
That's
me
not
that
depressing
much.
at all. That's awesome.
Oh, yes.
Hey,
But you know what? My nephew was more happy than my niece. Just to save
Go
it.
figure.
Because last year he had to pay taxes.
wow,
you
well,
learn to appreciate it.
he must make over 75,000. That's a throwback to last week.
No, he didn't. But this year he will probably be making more.
Okay, cool.
But he'll pay less.
Oh, I'll help him again this
absolutely.
year. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a great strategy for him.
Cool.
Hey, Andrew, what are we going to talk about this show?
We got one more Maven.
No, let's just skip over him. He's going to be
it's-
talking for the whole show. Come on.
Hey, last week
Well,
I
let's start
forgot
the
about
show with
Maven,
James.
and this week you did. Interesting.
It's a
Dun, dun,
plot. It's a plot.
But yeah, I guess I am James Carg at twisted_MAJIC on Twitter, the Gaming Maven.
Cool. So, we're going to talk about the Windows tablet. But before we do, I wanted to ask Bonnie. She was saying something earlier before we started the show about just how easy it is to create a Wix website.
Yes, in fact, this person, it's a friend of a friend, and someone was going to charge him more money than he had in his budget for a website. And he actually, I said, why don't you go to Wix and try it out? And he was able to put up a website, a nice looking website with really no experience at all. Designing
So this
websites.
isn't a geeky guy, techie guy.
Nope. It's somebody who knows how to use a computer, and he uses his smartphone all the time. But no.
So that's a prerequisite. Being able to run a smartphone, which is a toughie,
Yeah.
and then a computer. Now, not at the same time, right? You have time between,
I
or
think
you have
you-
to do it at the same time.
I don't think you have to
That
do
would be
it at the same
impossible. No,
time.
we need you to multitask. Answer the phone while looking at an email. Do you think you can pull that one? I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
I
Can I
don't
have
know.
the email open before I phone? I mean, what happens if I drop the phone? Oh, my God.
I can't do that.
So you saw the website, and it's pretty good?
I did, and I'm sorry, I can't remember the URL.
Yeah, we can put it in the show notes
Sure.
and
Sure.
later. And
No, I
Have we ever put a link in the show notes the last 8
so
months?
somebody with no
I mean-
experience, somebody, we
Yes,
do.
we
that-
have.
we
We put
always-
them all
somebody-
the time. You know, you just
We
have
always-
to look at them.
we
I
always put
didn't have
links
any
in.
experience too before I
always been
have
shown.
put my Wix website on, but it was just going to all those seminars with Eric, and
Yeah, it's easy, isn't it?
yeah, it's
But you didn't even need to go to the seminars to actually put the website up. The
Okay.
seminars
Well,
help
I
you
have
understand what.
A lot of questions.
Well, the seminars that he puts on help you to understand like what you need to do to create a website, like in terms of what pages to put up and what the
Well,
content
SEO,
is,
lots
and
of
the
SEO.
SEO
ideas,
and all sorts of
ideas
web
too.
strategies. But in order to actually design the website, it's pretty straightforward on
Yeah, they
Wix.
just give you the tools.
It's drag and drop, and you can use templates. You can start
You
from
just
scratch. And
need content.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
all
tricky
you
part.
need.
Yeah.
All you need is the
Just
content,
get that content.
which is awesome.
Well, I did have to ask some questions, yeah, and I had to get a bit of help.
But Satomi, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I remember Satomi, one of my favorite questions from her was, what's a URL? That was like way back when. And now it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I asked that. But really, she is now, after hanging out, doing Wix websites. That's insane. Like, what's a URL? And like, 8-9 months later, I made a Wix website. Come on. So if
Yeah.
you don't know what a URL is, once you figure that out, go check out Wix.com.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that's enough. That's enough.
So let's jump right into the Surface tablet. What do you
Dun, dun, dun.
What do you think,
Now,
James?
The Surface that's that Microsoft thing that just came out?
Microsoft just announced
got
their
these
new
guys.
tablet, and it's interesting. There's a few different reasons why it is, and because Microsoft's the largest software company in the world, and
Oh, yeah.
everybody likes to bash Microsoft and make fun of Microsoft, but I mean they are the largest software company in the world. If you were looking at their quarterly profits and statements without having Apple as a competitor, which is I mean one of the most cash rich companies on the planet,
Bloated.
you wouldn't be making fun of them. They're still a very profitable company. Their biggest criticism is they're not in the mobile space, And they've come out with Windows Phone, and they made a deal with Nokia, hoping that was going to get them traction on their phone. And really, it's only 3 to 5% of the total market for smartphones. So, I mean, the Samsung Galaxy Note, which is a huge phone, it's definitely a niche product, oversold by a quite a large margin, the Windows Phone. But now they've launched this, or are launching, what's called the Microsoft Surface tablet, and it is a Microsoft produced and manufactured, and so it's just like
one of their first products.
It's a product that they are producing and controlling the software, the hardware, and everything in between, just like Apple does.
Yep.
So it's interesting that they're now competing with their channel partners.
It is interesting. I don't know if they're actually competing with them or if they're trying to start kind of their own thing. I mean, because they announced also they're going the full three-way thing. So it's your desktop, it's your smartphone, and your television.
Yeah, the interface is going to look similar with the Metro interface. They're coming out with two versions of the tablet. One is called the RT, Surface RT, which is going to only run Metro apps. So it'll be kind of like a smart, like the iPad.
iPad, yeah.
So you'll only be able to run Metro apps. And then there's the Windows 8 Pro tablet, which will run Metro apps and Windows programs.
And it's more like an Ultrabook.
Yes, exactly. It's an Ultrabook with the form factor of a tablet. And what I really like about it is the cool little cover that it has that just folds out, and it's a keypad.
Yeah, that's sick.
Keyboard.
That's
That's
so
awesome.
smart.
Yeah, and there's lots of different colors.
Well, yeah, too. Like being able to customize is definitely.
And oh my God, it's got magnets.
Magnets. They stole that. I'm sure they stole that.
There's going to be another patent war.
No, on magnets.
NFC? Doesn't it also have NFC too, though?
Well, everything's going to have NFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure people could know that.
Yeah. So it's cool. I like it. I think it's a good move, and I think that when it comes down to the trend actually becoming a reality with tablets replacing the desktop in the majority of cases, and all these people who are, less technologically endowed, I guess, are going to move over to a tablet. Are they going to choose an iPhone or an iPad, or an Android, or are they going to go with Windows, what they're used to? So I don't know. And on the enterprise side, all these people who are all these corporations who are using Windows devices and are going to go to a tablet.
That's huge for productivity.
They're going to go.
Absolutely.
They're going to go to a Windows tablet. So I think that Microsoft is poised to make a huge mobile comeback.
Yeah, it'll be like, probably. I mean, we'll have to see for sure what the price point is on something like that, though.
They haven't announced how much it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I think.
What do you think,
I think
like
they did.
$1,200?
I think they said.
$900?
I think. I don't know if I dreamed this or not. But I think they said about $500 for the RT version was the.
That's not
Yeah,
too bad.
$4.99,
If you're a
is
small
what they
business
said.
and
Yeah,
you
I
have
think
your
it
own
was
apps
$4.99.
and you have your own IT department, you're making your own stuff. I mean, that's a reasonable price for that's somebody. Yeah, you get a lot more done. So.
And it looks cool. I like the Metro tiles. I like it. And I'm a big fan of the
primary
Windows.
colors, very bright.
I have
primary
heard
stock
some
colors.
criticism about the tile system that every program installs a tile, so some people, they'll probably fix that or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah,
Somebody
you
will
never
say,
know.
though.
Apparently, during his presentation,
One of
it
them
crashed.
failed.
He had to.
Oops.
But that's happened before too. I mean, I think they've had a blue screen.
I don't know. Has it ever happened in an Apple presentation?
I think it has, actually.
I remember because I can
Yeah?
picture the YouTube video.
Steve Jobs was presenting something and he had to replace something.
Yeah, no, it was the Wi-Fi. They were in an auditorium, and
he
he
got
was
pissed
trying
off
to
with the
use
journalists,
the
yeah.
internet, and they were like, "Yeah," and so it wasn't loading as quick as he liked, and he's like, "Yeah," and then he started making jokes. But the
Well-
blue screen of death came on when Bill Gates showed Windows 98, if I'm not
Yep.
correct.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's a
So-
feature.
Well, hey, smart.
For 98
Guaranteed.
it was.
What's it called? You're going to talk about it later, but airtime.
Yeah,
They had major glitches during
totally
their,
during their first launch as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's okay to show that you have some flaws. I don't think that everything has to be totally perfect. We don't believe that.
Well, everything's perpetual beta, right? I mean, if it doesn't
It is now.
break, you're not pushing it to its limits.
Well, it is now. I mean, a lot of the times, like the patches are a lot. It takes a long time to patch things, but they're pretty easy once you get them. Right? They're pretty small. So we're always kind of in perpetual beta now, where companies are continually updating their software. So even Facebook's changed 3 times in 5 years, 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's evolving. Everything's evolving.
yeah.
So do you think
alive.
it's going to replace a desktop or a laptop?
It's going to replace a desktop.
Really?
Well, actually, you know what's interesting with
Because
the,
it has ports out of it, so you can actually plug into different monitors
yeah.
and things like that. So it's
Well, you won't even need to. We were just talking about in the break. We were talking about the smart glass technology.
Oh yeah, with the Xbox for
Yeah.
sure. You just throw it up on a TV.
So you'll be able to do that probably
Yeah.
with a smart TV too in the future. Without
Or the
even,
smart TV would have the apps because it's using
Yeah.
Windows 8 operating system.
Yeah, so you won't even need an Xbox. So that kind of thing is really, really cool. And
It's the battle for the living room, gentlemen.
but what they're saying is it's competing with Apple on two planes, right? It's competing with the iPad, but it's also competing with the MacBook Air.
MacBook Air and Pro, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Apple's going to have to hire some more lawyers.
Yeah. How big is that? What are you? I
So,
always kind of.
Microsoft
It's like
Surface
It's
is
a little bit
15 inch?
bigger than the iPad.
Okay, so 12-inch.
in man size, I guess.
Really? 8-inch then? Whoa.
You got to look at the side because you got to measure across,
Yeah.
diagonally in order to check the size
That's
of the TV.
just not fair.
Yeah, you can't actually go
TVs
across.
could be a lot
No,
bigger.
actually, it says 10.6.
10.6.
Really?
Yeah,
And then the
that's what it
weight.
said.
So
That's pretty
And
big.
it's just a little bit less actually than an iPad.
Oh, okay. So they did
Wow.
announce the
Yes, that's-
price.
No, is this PC World?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pretty knowledgeable site.
wow.
Very cool.
I'm impressed.
So $500 gets you a replacement
Yes.
desktop.
No.
PC.
No. The $500 price is for the RT version.
Oh, the mobile
Yeah.
version.
I
That's
believe.
fine too. I mean, if you have we'll see how it works and we'll see how developers go with it. I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest.
I mean, that's what it's going to come down to,
Yeah.
right? Is
is
what
ease
apps are
of use,
available.
and especially for employees that are
The
currently
ecosystem.
working.
That's
Well,
what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I worked with a guy whose job was to write algorithms for, Excel spreadsheets. So as long as it's good for people that are using it for enterprise or business software, I think it's probably going to be a very
but I
big
think
defender.
the big thing is Microsoft doing this, coming up with this Surface tablet and manufacturing themselves. Are they doing it to set a standard, and then they're going to pull back and let Dell and Asus
Why
and
not?
Samsung
It's the race to the
That's what
$99
take
Google
computer.
is.
over? Or are they actually going to be continuing to manufacture and compete with their own?
They'll see how successful it is, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, if they can license it again, like they did with the first Windows, with all the IBM computers, then yeah, smart play. I like that. That's a good one. If
Yeah.
people are all using my operating system, I control the ecosystem.
But it's not like they can do anything, right? Like, what are they going to do?
Keep advancing.
No, I mean, like, what is Dell going to do, or Asus or whoever? It's
They'll
not,
probably come up with their own operating systems too. I mean,
Yeah.
it'll just be a big fragmented.
Yeah, they'll go to Linux.
Well,
hey, screw you.
Open source is not bad. Like that's a viable option for a lot of people these days too. Like they're getting it in the size of a USB stick, and you just plug it into any computer. You've got an operating system.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
well, maybe I'll wait for Dell then. I can buy it online.
No,
Dell,
the thing is I've learned about computers is the day you buy one is the day the next cool thing comes
Of course
out.
it does.
Well, I was listening to This Week in Google, and they were saying that Asus's CEO said that as soon as Microsoft's doing this just to create buzz and get things going, and they'll pull back as soon as we start putting out our tablets. I don't know about if that's actually what they're going to do.
No, I think they can really roll with the Xbox Smart Glass tablet, desktop machine. Like it's an amazing little computer. It looks really cool. It has very high powered, and it's comparable to other Ultrabooks that are actually out there right now. So I think by setting it at a high enough standard of tech, it kind of.
But they've set the standards though on the Windows Phone.
Yeah.
Because Windows Phone, you can't vary from the actual technological specs. It has to have X megapixel camera. It has to have X level of processor, and you can't change. So they've standardized the equipment, but they're not producing their own. It's still HTC, Samsung.
So this is a big deal. That if they're producing their own thing, then yeah, I think it's a major statement saying we're going to be a major player in this marketplace, right?
Yeah.
If Android's out there, if iPhone's out there, of course Microsoft's going to be out there.
Everybody,
Maybe Sony. You know, because like Sony's kind of doing their own thing too. I don't think they're going to
But they've
run an
always been a
operating
manufacturer.
system with a tablet.
Well, Sony is.
but they probably have their own tablet.
Well, I mean, they have on the
Eventually.
mobile space. They have a partnership with Sony Ericsson, which, like with Ericsson, so it's Sony Ericsson is the
Yeah.
brand, but Sony wants out of that partnership, and so we'll see what happens with that.
Because Sony's competing with Microsoft, which is Xbox, right? So it's kind of like they're actually facing a lot of opportunities versus a lot of different opponents right now. And they're thinking, hey, maybe we should go with the smart desktop, PC, because that's what it is. It could say it's a tablet. It's a PC. From some things that I used to have, that would be like 10 times that amount of processing power.
Okay, so there's another tablet out there. So we've got the Android tablet. We've got the iPad, which is the dominant tablet. We've got the new Windows Surface coming out, and
the BlackBerry Playbook. I forgot to put them in there because they have a big percentage of people who have bought them in the last little while when they price drop. So
there's a lot. The BlackBerry Playbook is out there, but RIM has been concentrating on their new handsets, and they haven't even upgraded the Playbook. Like the Playbook doesn't even have a Wi-Fi version yet. Come on, give me a break.
Wow.
And
okay.
So
Really?
no,
I didn't know that.
Dead in the water.
I didn't know that.
You have to use your mobile phone's hotspot.
Oh, I did know that. Yeah, you have to have a BlackBerry in order to use the tablet.
We've
talked
you
about
don't.
this a
You
long
don't.
time ago.
You don't have to have a BlackBerry to use it. You can use
You could use any tetherable phone.
any phone that has hotspot capability, which is all of them. But yeah, no, they're coming out with new versions of all of their handsets. Everything is rebuilt from the ground up. It's using the QNX OS just in time for Facebook to buy them.
Nice. Is that a good idea? Or
Well,
what?
I think that's
that would be amazing.
That was smart move.
That would be like, holy
Hey,
crap.
Facebook, look
everybody's
what we
saying
got.
Microsoft's going to buy them, but you know what? Facebook has $104 billion in the bank now.
That
They
would
wanna
be
go
a very,
mobile.
very smart move.
It's a brand new OS.
They both
It's
shoot
when they
for
launch
mobile.
it, it's going to be fresh. And if Facebook buys them,
yeah.
then they can take advantage of that. I think it's a good idea.
It's an awesome idea.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that's an
Did you just
interesting
come
move.
up with that?
No,
Really?
I
I'm
talked
so
about
if
it last time too. But
Really?
Yeah.
So I think, if it happens, you should ask for a commission.
Yeah, you should. You should be like, I authored that deal.
Yeah. You listen to our show.
You listen to the
Sure,
Bunker
you
Project.
download
I
it
can
on
prove
iTunes?
it. I can prove it. I've got real-time analytics because I know my SEO and checking for my stuff. Speaking
Anyways,
of that,
I think that's an
awesome idea.
that's a
Andrew.
viable
If that
possibility.
happens, that would be great for the country.
It would
of
mix it
Canada.
up, man. It would mix it up big time.
well, no, it wouldn't, because it would
wouldn't
no
help
longer
Canada
be
at all.
Canadian.
No,
They would
but
just
I mean,
disappear. Beep, beep,
whatever.
boom, boom.
But at
All
the
the-
same time,
all
it
the
just
talent would
means
disappear.
Well, Facebook is big. They want to get in mobile, right? In a big way.
Yeah.
It'd be this really cool new OS that they could deeply integrate into Facebook. And also, another big thing that Facebook is into is messaging. And with BBM being integrated into Facebook messaging,
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
rad. Yeah.
So I think that it could work.
So how
But,
did you come up with this?
Well, we were talking about who's a potential purchaser of RIM,
Okay.
right? And people are saying Microsoft. Other people are saying
Google.
Google,
Okay.
and really, and then you kept saying that Facebook wants to have their own phone.
They do.
right?
Yeah.
And they've been denying it for a long time, but
it just makes sense.
it
You've
makes-
got 900 million subscribers.
to me, it's a perfect it's a perfect marriage.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you think? Time for gaming with James?
Well,
Are you ready?
yeah.
Are you ready?
You got- Oh, yeah, that's right.
Gaming
This is
with
awesome.
James, part 2.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So now it's time for gaming with James.
Oh my god, I got my own theme music. I'm such a pro now. Yes. This is like the crowding. Okay, you know how like you would like walk into a room? I always wanted to be like the WWE, where all of a sudden some video would start playing and fireworks would go off when you walked into a room.
We could Photoshop that in.
That would be awesome, but I don't know. I think everybody wants that, don't they?
At least once. At least once.
Bonnie would want it. I know.
Oh,
she would.
absolutely. It happens now.
She gets like an actual theme song. Yeah.
Happens all the time.
So I guess I got to become like Guy Kawasaki.
Except
or
for
something like
it's not
that.
fireworks, it's like Tweetworks. For
Tweetworks. Yeah. Oh my God, his Twitter
I've
rate.
trended.
I'm trending.
Oh my God.
That's totally true. Yeah. Wow. Fireworks have been replaced with tweets.
All right, so gaming.
Gaming
what's
with
new?
James. Wow. Like you threw me off with that theme music,
Me
dude.
too.
That's
Wow,
amazing.
that's-
Like I would, if on the 100th episode, I would have been like, "That's really cool." So, but thank you.
Oh, I should have waited. I
You
guess.
should have waited.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, gaming with James. What do you want to talk about?
What was that
Well,
game
it's
you were
your-
mentioning?
it's your
It
segment,
was,
man.
you had
Oh,
that
yeah.
cool one on your phone.
Oh, yeah,
is your
so,
segment.
So I was playing a game the other day, like I do, because it's
Really?
gaming with James. Yeah, and I got this awesome game from a place called Nimblebit called Pocket Planes, and what it is you run your own airline. So you can send people to different cities,
Ooh.
collect coins.
I
It's
wanna
pretty
play
fun,
that.
actually.
Actually, I've tried that a version of that game. It was in Flash and probably
No, this game's kind of
Different one?
different.
yeah.
It's a little
Okay, in
different
what way?
because you buy planes, and actually, it's like a plane simulation.
Could you choose North America or
Yeah,
Asia
you
and
can
stuff
choose like
that?
5 places to start from. Like you get North America, Europe, and you run your own business. You choose what cities you want to add, and in each passenger has a different price, and then you have to get them to their place. And
Yeah.
it's actually fun pretending to be Air Canada, and you just let everybody sit on the tarmac forever.
Oh, ouch! What did they ever do to you? Oh my God! Brutal.
Political comment from
So is it like 8-bit animation? How's the animation?
Yeah,
Like,
actually, it
really
is.
smooth,
It's a similar to an 8-bit style. It's little small people. It's pretty cool.
yeah? Nice.
I don't know. I've been getting a kick out of it because it's like I can fire and forget it. So if I'm like somewhere, I can be like, okay, you're going to Ketchikan, you're going to Calgary. Oh, some tennis rackets are going to Las Vegas. And you actually have to direct their route, and then you hit it, and then
Yep.
it kind of flies for like depending. The route from 4 to like maybe 20 minutes, so it's like you're always making money for your virtual plane.
It's like
So what was that called again?
It's Pocket Planes,
yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Flash version of it.
but be very careful because you could possibly spend a lot of money on that game if you're a person that likes to purchase items.
No.
Oh,
Do you
really?
have
So
to?
that's how they monetize
No, you don't
it.
have to at all.
But they
you
monetized
can,
it that
you
way.
You can buy extra money, like I think it's 99 cents for 20 of their virtual dollars, and then
Well, that's expensive,
that is
man.
kind of expensive. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, trains and stuff is like how much for the site? $80. Oh man, $15.
So
No,
can
but
you
it-
transport real people?
no, I wish you
Oh,
could. That would
damn.
be awesome.
I would spend the
That's
money.
like-
on
Scan them
that.
down to 8 bits.
Well, yeah, it's just like flying your own drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying your own
Just
drone.
send
full
them
of
a
people.
tweet saying you're on your way to Ketchikan.
Actually, I want to talk about
dude.
tweets, actually, because I saw this awesome vending machine where you could tweet at the vending machine and it would give you samples of iced tea.
No,
What?
Yeah.
but you had to hashtag
So,
their
yeah,
brand
you just
or something.
hashtag the thing on top of the red
Brilliant.
sign, and then it would send you a tweet back, and then you'd wait and say, waiting, and then it would flash your Twitter name across it, and then give you some soda.
No.
I saw it on
That
Trend
is the
Hunter.
greatest thing I've ever heard.
That
I
is
know,
a
I thought-
brilliant. It's like an automatic tweet machine.
Pay for a tweet.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Don't
cry.
they do that? Don't they do
that's
that
pretty
with
cool,
rodents?
Yeah. So just imagine, like, I wish I had some headphones.
It kind of reminds me of the
You do have headphones.
how the FEC, Federal Election Commission in the States, voted to unanimously allow Americans to make political donations via text message,
Cool. That's
making
very cool.
making Androids, iPhones, and Blackberries the newest weapon in the battle to raise unprecedented amounts of money for political parties.
To totally trash people.
I like that
That's what they
idea.
use it
Wow.
So the Republicans are in real trouble because none of their supporters can figure out how to do a text.
Oh,
Wow, we're in the burn show.
the abomination.
The Obama.
So okay, we're back on Games with James, or are we just like free farming right now?
No. Hey,
Okay, so I've been playing my
Freeforming.
own-
That's an awesome game.
That
Oh, yeah,
a
this
good
is
game.
cool. This is cool.
Okay, so the last little bit, I've been playing along with this thing called Airtime, and I'm about 2 weeks with it, if I believe correctly, because we talked about it on the last show.
Okay.
So I've been going on Airtime, and the first 5 days I was just myself. And then I had bought this Cookie Monster puppet.
Botten, is that a word?
Botten. No, I actually was given.
Okay.
It was thrust upon him.
Yeah, basically, it was this Cookie Monster puppet that somebody was throwing out. Or not throwing out. They were selling.
You
at
were
a
going
garage
through
sale.
somebody's garbage?
Garage sale.
Oh, garage sale. Same thing.
Okay, so I've
Except
been on
they charge you
airtime,
money.
and it allows you to anonymously connect with people, and they don't see your name or anything like that. So I've been using the Cookie Monster to talk to them and doing a social experiment. Who is more cool to talk to, me or the puppet?
Depends on the personality of the puppet, doesn't it?
Sometimes it can, actually, and I
crap.
found some interesting things out about this. So on average, the puppet will only get 3 minutes per call. So if we average it
Or if
over
it
time.
creeps somebody out too much.
Well, it doesn't actually creep a lot of people out. I was being very friendly. I was being sociable. I was,
didn't swear at 'em?
No, I wasn't swearing. I wasn't trolling. I was just,
Cookie. Trying to eat
well,
him.
no, they'd ask me to do that stuff, but I talked to him like I was the regular.
Did you
Cookie
tell him it was
Monster.
copyrighted? You couldn't do it?
Well,
Sorry.
actually, okay. So what I
That's
did?
my cousin.
So actually what I did is I actually was gone there because I was like, well, Cookie Monster is not here today to tell you that he needs his fans, the grassroots movement, and he's using airtime to do it. So if you could just be more fans of the Cookie Monster, that'd be great. And also to defend myself and the obesity of the American children, I was not to blame for that. I was portion control.
Portion control.
Portion control.
More. You need more. Oh, sorry, less. Sorry, I had it backwards. Sorry.
So anyways,
Wait,
go ahead, come on.
you guys know they actually used Cookie Monster for portion control at one point, where they had a song called "Cookies Are Sometimes
Yeah,
Food."
cookies are sometimes food. Yeah.
Well
It was
done.
a follow-up.
And now
for
he's a
Steve's Cookies.
vegetable monster. Yeah,
No,
anyways.
sometimes
This
he's
is
vegetable.
the show with all the
he's
facts.
Anyways, so on average, the people would talk on airtime with Cookie Monster for 3 minutes.
Okay, so my question is,
Yeah.
James, if we got 8 people together to start a hangout, and all of them would use the puppets, and then live people
That's
would
what
come
I
on
wanna
board,
do.
and they would all just abuse it. Hey, man, it's a human. Fuck you. Get out of here. It's like, oh, sorry. And then that would be awesome. Like all these abusive sock puppets.
No,
Well, it doesn't-
no.
You
legit.
looking at me?
Wait. Let's do it. That would work. People would
It's
love that.
awesome. It's like 4 unsuspecting people would stumble across. Oh, let's go to this.
Yeah, but it
hangout.
has to be a hangout on air.
Yeah,
yes.
it would have to be live.
Yeah,
and
that would
because
work.
the title should be
But it's funny.
awesome free money game show.
Yeah, but okay.
I'm here for the money.
So I've learned something about airtime, though. Like, I've learned about, like, a lot of different places. I've been there a lot of time. People are generally cool. They're generally friendly. It's a good thing to use. But I'm definitely cooler than the Muppet, and that's the main point I want to
Okay.
express.
there you go.
Because on
well,
average,
because you do your
on
Elvis
average,
impression.
No,
right?
on average, I would be talking to a person for 11 minutes versus the 3 minutes the Muppet would get. Actually, probably,
Did you talk about
less.
the same things?
yeah, actually we did. Yeah, a lot of times we'd be like, cookies.
I was using the
No, but-
internet.
but, like,
and it was
okay,
all these
okay,
cookies.
so a
they
lot
were
of ti-
killing me.
Okay, so I know I say 3 minutes on average, but I mean, I had like maybe 60 people next to me and maybe like 15 people talk to me on average from like,
So define next, because not everybody's used airtime.
okay, so you can next the person. You can search for people just randomly.
Is that
Or
like-
you can use
No, it's like
no,
move
it's
on.
like,
move
Oh,
on. Like
okay.
I'm going to the next person.
Could you use that in real person in real life?
yeah, just push him away. Just push him away. Next,
Okay.
next,
Anyways.
next.
But you can also call your Facebook friends, but then you don't have the ability to give each other points, which are for conversation, I think.
The gamification.
Yeah, the
side.
gamification of conversation is what I've been using as the term for that.
Nice.
Because it's like they're giving points away for talking to people and being nice. And the only time people want to like give you points is if you're nice. So being like the Cookie Monster, it's like, hey dude, what's up? What's going on? What are you doing on their time? And they're like, I'm on, and I met actually a couple of
Now,
parents.
hang on. Which one was the Cookie Monster?
Okay, this Cookie
Oh,
Monster
okay, I
was
was
like
just-
this.
He
So the
might have had
Cookie
a
was like,
vasectomy
hello,
or something, yeah.
hello, how are you kids? How are you doing? Cookie Monster here.
Hang on, no, that's a
Cookie
Cookie
Monster.
Monster from down south.
Yeah, it was- or a Cookie
L.A.
Monster
East
with a
L.A. or
Russian
something.
accent.
Okay, sorry, whatever.
I was-
It was different every time. I mean, it's hard to keep a voice for anyone.
You do a much better Kermit. Can you?
Kermit the Frog here on the Buffy Project, yes.
Hey, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the little sidebar on the Bunker Show, but Kermit the Frog still is like episode 18.
Oh, that was
Like every third visitor is going to that page.
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog, we had a good time that night, didn't we, Bob? We did a couple of shots of Fireball. It was amazing.
That was a
Oh,
hell of a
man. And then I was
Hell
like
of
in
a
that gutter, and this guy's like, hey, man, you got any change? I'm like, hey, how the hell do I get home? You know, like, what's going
It
on?
was-
So
it
I
was a
tried
rough
I tried airtime
Yeah.
once, actually twice. The first time I didn't have any audio because I was using my microphone with the mixer and everything, and
Yeah.
so the person couldn't hear me, I couldn't hear them, so I just turned it off. And then I put it back on, I got it working, and somebody came on from Atlanta, Georgia, and I think he's like a tech guy down in the States. He's got a job in the technology thing, so it's kind of cool. It kind of matched up our interests well. So I talked to him for a few minutes and told him about the Bunker Show. He said, "Holy smokes, what are you in a radio station or something like that?" Because he saw my mic and everything. And so I told him the URL for the Bunker Show and stuff like that. So he was interested. And then I got a tweet from him earlier this week saying, "Hey, are you the guy I met on Airtime who has that ridiculously long URL for your podcast?"
It is a bit
and
long.
all this, and yeah, go check it out. That's exactly what he said. And so I said, yeah, that was me, and gave him the URL again. He said he was going to listen. So
Nice. Well,
And then he
Tell him to
tweeted-
go to the Kermit.
he tweeted me again and said, "Do I have to?
Pay money? Absolutely.
No, do I have to be there to join you guys, or can I come on?" And I said, "Oh no, you can join
Yeah,
us
we
by
do
Hangout."
Hangout.
It's a
But of course,
podcast.
just happens that our internet is down. So we
yeah.
can't do it.
Well, I had
Yeah,
another
harsh.
person that was lined up for coming to hang out tonight.
I
too,
know.
As well.
We're-
But you
our
know,
land got taken down.
So
Sorry.
any computer company
We're
that's
landless.
listening to this that would like to donate us awesome cable.
Now I can fix it. I just have to recrimp it.
Window slamming.
Actually, Margaret
through
sent
cables.
that out as a tweet earlier today. So
Asking
shout
for
out to
cable?
BC_insurance gal. Yeah.
What did she?
She said,
asking for cable?
is there a computer company that would like to sponsor the Bunker Project? So,
Yeah, all we need is one crimp.
but airtime,
Send in a crew.
but airtime's really awesome for the liking thing. I've actually met like 1 billion people. Like I talked to some 5 people that I met off of it. Like
You just jumped from
daily?
1 billion to 5.
yeah,
Come on,
no,
guys.
like it's like
Somebody said like
okay,
30,000 or.
No,
I'll
he's
tell you
only
this. I'll tell you
stalking
this.
5.
I'll tell you this. No. Airtime is just like real life in a way. I mean, you
Except
see
it's
people.
recorded.
People look at you and they'll just hit the next button. They don't even care about you. But there are people that are willing to stick around and talk to you. And I mean,
You
like-
invite me all the time.
Yeah. Well, no,
I
that's
have
Google
yet to
Hangout.
turn up.
It's Google Hangout. But
Oh, okay.
but with airtime, you get used to the sense of rejection actually that goes on. It's like maybe
Yeah, it's
3
like-
people will next to you,
looking for
and
a
then
job.
the 4th one will actually talk to you for a couple minutes. It's
So
kind
what's
of
the
interesting.
difference between airtime and Google?
Hangouts?
Hangouts.
Hangouts are more static. Google, like,
So
You think when you say
basically,
static, people don't
static.
talk?
Hangouts are also like a group.
yeah, it's
talk.
like 10 people versus one-on-one.
one-on-one.
Nine.
So airtime is one-on-one, and it's kind of like chat roulette.
Or Skype?
So you
which
just-
is why he uses the sock puppet.
Yeah, there you
Well,
go.
no, I'm trying out things out. I wanted to be creative, and I wanted to see how many people would next a sock. Well, not a. Well, technically, yeah, a sock puppet.
Yeah, it was
a
a
puppet.
sociology thing.
Yeah, it was like sock puppet or me, and people actually seemed to be looking for other human beings. They thought I was funny, but they wouldn't hold a very engaging conversation. I did have one guy that absolutely despised me, that loved the Cookie Monster, and him and his boys were partying on a Friday night, and I'm
Oh,
there
I
as the
could see
Cookie
that.
Monster. He's like, "This is amazing. This is why I showed you guys this, because I knew somebody would do something awesome. I told you. You kept saying it's just dudes with their shirts off, lying in bed, looking at things. But I told you I'd find the person. Because in the airtime video, there's a person like drawing a picture. There's a person playing the violin. There's tons of musicians
there's
on
James.
airtime. There's tons of YouTube channel people that are looking for people to market their videos to and talk to. There's young entrepreneurs, which are cool. Like I've met like U Academy or Udemy, sorry, and another one called Attendee, which is like the Eventbrite but Canadian version. And I met them on airtime, and I thought that was really cool too.
Cool. Very cool.
So that's a lot of shout outs there, but it's like
Hey, and awesome
those are just
shout-outs,
random
too.
people that I kind of ran
Well,
into.
we should put links to those guys in our show notes.
Yeah, the attendee is really cool actually for anybody that does events.
Yeah.
It's
Very nice.
it allows you to have a mobile application to go with your Eventbrite
Nice.
So
Very, very nice. A plug-in or a standalone?
like an actual app. So,
Nice.
but they're started up. So
All right.
things may vary.
So that was a very cool segment
Called
called Gaming with James.
Gaming with James. Divergence with James.
Hey,
Digressions with James.
Oh.
Can I just
No wonder
tell
I-
you what this person just tweeted?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Get James off.
I created a new computer virus that only targets Apple. It's a worm.
Oh, bum, bum, bum.
Sorry. I thought it was
It was not bad
not
for a
great.
tweet.
That's good.
Not bad
I like
for
that
a
one.
tweet.
I like tweets.
Hey, is anybody be tweeting about this show?
No.
Yes,
What's our hashtag?
Bunker Project.
Pound
Thank
Bunker
you.
Project.
Is it?
What's our actual Twitter account? At Bunker Live.
Marcel's like,
I know, it's a
what's
what?
a hashtag?
Well, I said I was coming here today, and I hashtagged it the Bunker Project and Bunker Project because I was like, I don't want to do the research.
Yeah.
It would have taken 5 seconds, and I was like, I'll do both.
No.
Too much hassle.
And
Well, if you have the space, why not?
yeah.
I'd like to see Bob on airtime. Like, I think that would be amazing to watch.
I'd like to see him
Yeah.
there too.
Do you have puppets?
Do you know this guy?
at home?
Record it next time.
Yeah.
Hey,
I want to do like a bunch of them in a hangout. I think that's the way, and be really
I
freaking.
know.
I think that would
immersive.
be pretty funny too,
Oh,
actually.
here comes somebody. Here comes somebody. It's like because you get the warning, and then we can all be, okay. This time we'll all be arguing about religion and see what happens. I, say,
Well,
I
Google-
think the Antichrist came when Bill Gates.
hey, you know what?
If
you
you
know
look
what's really interesting?
What?
If you don't pay your taxes in Pakistan,
What?
they send transsexuals after you.
Oh, this is actually a story in our
don't
notes.
get it.
What
Sorry, 36 pages of notes. We have some dingies. What?
Hey,
yeah, what?
it's
What?
true,
Yeah,
like,
so what? Movie
it's
maven.
like-
Spit it out. Come on, let's go. One, two, three.
What do the transsexuals do?
Well, what they do is here's the headline: pay up, or face some friendly transsexual persuasion.
That's a pun on
Pakistan
words.
finds shame translates into tax. So, in a bright pink shalwar, camis, and matching headscarf, Nargis marches around one of Pakistan's richest neighborhoods on a mission to embarrass residents into paying their taxes. Armed with a bundle of paperwork, the 32-year-old raps on the gate of a mansion while a truck full of guards and tax officials remain at a distance.
in
The
pink.
householder grins nervously. And anyways, this is actually a member of Pakistan's assertive transgender community that works for the government to get people to pay taxes.
I think we need this in Canada.
So if
That'd be
you owe,
awesome.
Wait, so
Awesome.
if you owe money, they'll send like a shemale to your door just to like humiliate you. That's ridiculous.
Well, it depends what part of town you're in, dude.
Fair.
I-
I'm assuming all of Pakistan is like this stuff.
Well, they call this. They're
What if
called.
they kidnapped you and took you
Yeah,
to Jerry
everybody's rich in
Springer
Pakistan.
show? Would you be embarrassed then?
I think that'd be
It's like
fun.
Canada decides to send people to Chicago.
Kazi Aftab.
Instead of jail.
We love Chicago, though, by the way.
Kazi
We do.
Aftab
But isn't that where Jerry Springer
is the local head of tax collection there.
I thought he was going to say
And
taxi.
he says that this is the nuclear option.
But what I love is the assumption that the neighbors are going to be sitting around like that is a transgender person going
Oh,
to
yeah,
their
yeah.
door.
Hey, I think-
Why could they
hey,
be
look,
doing that?
well,
Oh my
look,
god!
I
Hey,
think
you know
it'd
what?
be-
This is exactly what it says. It says because of the neighbors, they get very embarrassed. Usually,
Exactly.
just
I think they
1
should
minute
just-
of shouting is enough, and they pay up.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, so, it camps out a shout. Hey, come on, you owe me. Oh, no, that's my Jewish voice.
Oh, here. Oh, listen to this. It gets even better. It's even more mortifying when groups of 4 Huras exercise their powers of persuasion on the doorsteps of Karachi, where there is a tradition of rich residents ignoring tax demands. So they send 4,
Oh, my God.
and
Oh,
they
what
get
did
even.
they do? They have a love
They
fest.
just make all sorts of noise on the doorstep.
Now, what type of noises? Tax evasion.
So Mr. Aftab
Invoice.
says recovery rates are up 15% from when conventional tax collectors often clashed violently with householders.
Would you do that, Satomi?
That never happens with the Hijras, however, he says. No violence. They just pay up right away.
Absolutely.
I
But
just
with
think
tax dollars
look,
at
Hey, wait
work.
a minute. Like, but isn't that
Why don't
weird?
you-
Like they're like totally
No,
embarrassed.
no,
They're
no.
embarrassed. So in front of their neighbors, they hand over money to
Yeah,
transgender.
right.
So it's like, isn't that even worse? Holy smokes!
Exploitation.
Well,
No,
they
they
should
haven't-
hire me to show them how to reduce their taxes so
There
they
you
don't
go.
have to pay.
Atta girl, yeah.
Can I just say, living in Canada is pretty cool. Just throwing that out there. Feel free to pick up what I put down.
Yeah, I know. We did transgender.
No, in Canada they
tax?
just take your car and your house and everything. They don't send.
Yes, no pink involved. Maybe your flailed skin, but that's about it.
Oh.
Oy vey.
Well, it's good because these are typically exploited workers for their special skills. So now they get to be tax collectors, which is
Less exploitive.
Exploitive.
I'm not into exploitation. Give me some
This
tax.
sounds extremely exploitative.
Anyways,
It's like a big news thing.
this was filed in the show notes under strange.
Strange brew.
I'm
Strange
actually
brew.
shocked that this was a thing to talk about. It has nothing to do with social media.
Oh, hey, we digressed. That was
It was a
excellent.
digression.
Well
It was a big
digressed. Well
digression.
digressed.
Very big digression.
Oh, it's right here in the digression section. Silly me.
It's just an excuse to drink more black beer.
Yeah, and they could be tweeting from the sidewalk too.
Oh, here's one. We talked about Steve Jobs last week and the big war with Android and whatnot. But PC Magazine reports that journalist Malcolm Gladwell, author of The Tipping Point and The Outliers, awesome books, has stirred up quite a controversy in tech circles with his off-the-cuff remarks that history will remember Bill Gates fondly while Steve Jobs slips into obscurity. And he says that there's a reasonable shot that Bill Gates is going to contribute to the cure of malaria, and history is gonna just remember Steve Jobs as some guy, and Bill Gates is going to be revered. What do you think of that?
Solid.
Anybody?
It's maybe not as silly as I first thought. Because Bill and Melissa Gates are spending millions of dollars to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yep.
So in some circles, I would guess that that's already the case. Small circles, but
over time, like when you look back at events, is creating really cool products and having a really cool company going to be as big a deal as curing malaria?
I think
For
he
some people,
wins
yes.
on that one. Yeah.
yeah, in some circles. But
Some circles, I don't know. It's like you made an awesome product that everybody bought versus you've cured a totally horrible disease that has kind of like plagued humanity for a while.
But if you're in a country that
Prides
doesn't-
technology
that doesn't-
over that, yeah.
that doesn't
I could understand
use
that.
technology,
Yeah.
or that, am I going to buy a PC? Am I going to buy
I
an
think,
Apple?
Or if you're-
I kind of agree with Bonnie there. I mean, if you're in a tech-related, I don't know, it's weird, right?
But
Like,
malaria isn't really an
malaria is
issue in
huge.
North America,
Yeah,
so it's not like we even think
we
about
even
it.
think about it. No, there's probably a ton of people that don't even think about it.
No, if we're talking history in the abstract, like 100 years from now, 200 years from now, if Bill Gates actually contributed to curing malaria, that'll be around. Like
Yes.
Steve Jobs, who knows, you know?
The iPhone. What would that be like?
But
Yeah, but
114?
curing malaria has more of an impact on humanity as a whole than the iPhone. It's like 200
Yep.
years from now, that'll be remembered. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of like Beethoven is remembered right now, right? But
Or Nikola Tesla.
Will Bon Jovi be remembered in a few hundred years?
Yes,
Totally.
I
totally.
hope so, because he rocks, man.
Yeah.
Def Leppard too. Definitely.
Who?
Oh, and Blind Zebra.
Who?
Blind Zebra.
But
Oh,
Loverboy.
come on. Well, Loverboy, Mike Reno, he was my customer over at the store there.
He
Yeah.
only plays one concert a year. And that's
Yeah.
his birthday.
At the
That's
Peony.
because he only moves one song.
At the Peony.
Oh, come on! I knew.
Oh
you
no,
guys-
he's got a. They've
You
got
used
a,
to be-
know that.
Loverboy's
Bonnie,
got great songs.
You used
yeah.
to probably be working for the
Awesome
weekend.
song.
I'm sure you were.
actually,
I'm sure you were. Or the kid is hot tonight
Yeah.
or something. I know. You know what I'm talking about.
Loving
I
every
do.
minute of it. Man.
Loving every minute of it. Yeah, that's another.
Loving every minute.
Pig and Elephant DNA just on its place. Actual song, what?
What? Great digression.
It
The
was on
movie
South Park.
Maven comes up with a totally obtuse digression. Well done.
It was on South
Well
Park. It's what I
done.
do.
This must be show 2.
So Melinda and Bill Gates are going to help cure malaria. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Well, you know what?
Well, they're
it's
not,
the
but they're
just
giving money.
No, the implementation of mosquito nets is one of the best ways to
Rick
deal
Mercer
with it.
does that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
got the
$5.
Spread the Net
That's all it
campaign.
takes.
Yeah, and they usually have a competition of
Awesome
what
campaign.
high school or primary high school.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Cool.
called the Spread the Net Challenge. Usually, I don't know if they've done it this year.
yeah.
But
Well-
he's a big thing for mosquito nets.
Okay, now
But
here's.
Malcolm Gladwell, he's a pretty smart guy. So I mean, he's given
Let's
a
not
lot
get
of
carried
thought.
away.
No, I'm not a big Malcolm Gladwell
Well,
fan. So
You're not,
Malcolm
really.
is really good at self-promotion.
You
He's
got
an
it.
awesome social media specialist for personal promotion. He can write a hell of a book.
Yep.
And he has some awesome glasses, and I love that he uses the bald look. So he's got a lot going for him, but he's like a nerdy dude that's just playing off it. And
No,
he's
but I
the
mean,
1%
like,
of the 1% that's
I-
successful,
yeah.
and he's milking it for all he can. He's like the
Absolutely.
Andy Warhol of this era.
Yeah, but
That's
his
all.
I don't even know who
but
he
his
is.
analysis is
He wrote a
actually
book
very
called The
well
Tipping
thought out and
He's a cool guy.
I find very well done.
Well, you know why we call people mavens?
'Cause they
Because
know
of one
things?
of his books.
The tipping point.
Yeah.
The tipping point. That's where it comes from. I mean, that's the
There's
joke.
the mavens, the salesmen.
So,
and the,
you know, for him, this his whole book, and mavens is one of the big words that he uses and describes all this philosophy of
well, the
social
three
interaction around it.
types of personas
He
Personas
wrote
that
you
cause the
need-
tipping point.
Exactly.
Oh, the tipping point. Oh, he.
Yeah, the
he
networkers, the
brought
mavens,
that awareness
and
of
the
tipping point.
salesmen.
And the
Actually, I like
mavens.
that. That's the book that I do like. The
It's
other
an
one,
awesome book.
whatever.
Well,
I like
That's
all,
why
I like,
we use
I
it.
like
It's a
all his
quality
books.
book. That's
I've
why
read
it's
all
on
his
the
books,
bunker.
and The Outliers
I know,
is a great
that's right.
book. The Tipping Point's a great book, and he's
Groundswell. He didn't write it, but it's a great book. Sorry.
Hey, speaking of games,
that one in
speaking of games, just kind of digressing back to games here.
Oh, what? Did we
Gaming
get
with James.
again?
Rovio,
Must be my birthday.
Rovio,
This is all you get for 6 months.
Rovio's the game company.
Yes.
Yeah, big one.
Angry Birds.
Yeah,
They
even Bonnie.
are
Bonnie's all over Angry Birds.
the
Hey,
staff.
she just found. Now,
the
hang on.
staff at Rovio.
But hang
Yeah, I
on.
want to hear this. Go
Okay,
ahead.
go to the staff thing, and I got this amazing Bonnie thing.
Yeah.
The staff at Rovio are demanding
Demanding, they say. Demanding.
better access to good black beer.
Oh yeah, I did read about that. That's hilarious. They might,
So
and they listen to the Kermit
they
the Frog
listen.
episode.
They listen.
Yeah.
The Rovio is listening, and they are seriously considering moving.
Oh, I forgot.
moving to Dublin.
I forgot the biggest thing about gaming this week.
Dublin,
is it, Kermit?
the home of Guinness, the best black beer ever made,
Dude,
and
they're from Sweden. They don't get black beer.
Finland.
Finland, yes.
They're
Sorry.
from Finland.
Whoops. They
So
should have
they're
partnered
moving-
with Nokia.
They're moving to. They may be moving to Dublin.
Because
And they're
of the beer.
saying for economic reason, they're saying for political reasons. So
Yeah.
they're not just
Actually,
saying
tax breaks.
they can't say, "Hey, we're going for the black beer." But what they are saying is they're going to
For the
save
tight
money
tax
for,
breaks, for sure, dude. That's a
saving
huge
tax breaks,
opportunity.
yeah.
12%
and no wonder-
tax.
Damn straight.
And just down the way, there's the Guernsey Islands, which is tax-free.
And
Cool.
one more thing to add to Angry Birds before we go on it.
Is the Angry Birds have partnered with the Philadelphia Eagles.
And that's your eagle voice?
Who are the Philadelphia?
The Philadelphia Eagles are an NFL team.
And Nuffle
And
team. A Nuffle team.
in case you
Hockey.
didn't, you did know this, Bonnie.
Hockey.
The biggest bird in the Angry Birds franchise is the mighty eagle.
Oh,
so
yes.
so
Not even
now
I know
That's
that.
but that's a special.
That's a
item.
dollar
You gotta
item.
buy that
Yeah.
sucker to come in and take out. I mean,
it's awesome to watch, though. It's kind of cool. I don't know.
well, a dollar.
It
you
kills
better
everything.
Get your-
You get to go on the next level if you're really frustrated.
It's like nuking it.
yeah, if you're frustrated though, you
I
use
like.
it.
What did you think about the Angry Birds space? I like the use of
Oh, I like
the
that.
physics.
Yeah.
It was very
Oh
clever.
yeah,
I like
that's
that
a cool
one.
game.
That's
I
my
like
Nice
that.
bit of
favorite.
algorithm.
I've been playing
wasn't
that
My
one.
fave.
Beautiful algorithm.
Yeah. But
Anyways,
the
we
Angry
digress on
Birds-
his digression.
But Angry Birds is so mainstream that you can
oh,
buy
now it is.
that you can buy all of the little creatures in Staples.
Oh yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And staple them.
Nice. So tell your Bonnie digression now that we've.
Oh yeah, and this is a nice segue for Bonnie. So Bonnie's been struggling with this game, and she said, "God, I mean, you have to be so good." And there's this stupid blue blob of a bird, and he just like bounces off the. I mean, okay, sometimes he gets through, but I mean, it's so small. And then she's complaining to James earlier. James, what did you say?
So tap it.
While it's flying,
Yeah.
For all of you who don't know this tip.
and it turns into 3 smaller birds.
So, Bonnie, what did you think? What the first
Great
time that
for
happened?
breaking
What
the
did you think
glass.
when you first
For breaking
when
the
you
glass.
first did it? What?
Ice
I
glass,
think
yeah.
Or
I
ice,
thought
yeah.
James,
He's a god. Isn't
he's
he?
a god. What can I tell you? I am
Okay,
so
I'll tell you.
Well,
I'll tell you one
there's
more.
other birds
Finally.
too.
Wait,
If you
wait,
tap
wait.
a bird, that'll go faster too.
Yeah, if you
Oh, I
tap
know.
the
I
yellow
tap,
one.
I tap all the birds now.
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't do anything, but I still
And
like
some of them
tapping.
drop bombs.
the bomb
No,
one is the
the
best.
bomb's
I like the bomb.
Oh, I
That's an
Bonnie.
egg.
So you just shoot them, and then you can press whenever to.
Bonnie, how far did you make it into the game without even knowing
4
that?
levels.
How far?
No, quite a ways, but it took me a long time, and I was
It
doing
does.
it.
It doesn't show.
She was one of the
Wow.
first people to download the game. That's how long she's been playing.
Oh,
Sure.
bomb.
Oh, no, I
couldn't
love
help
it.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just tap everything now.
I like that airport game where you have to land airplanes.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun
Ah,
too.
no.
You don't
I-
get to land.
Hang
the
on, that sounds
airplanes,
like
though.
last show. Hang
No,
on.
no, it's like it's not the same one. It's
Flight sim.
It's just
Oh,
these
isn't
little
that from
2-dimensional like
1979?
airport. It's called airport, and you just have to
Yeah, you have to land them and stuff like that.
with
Is
your
there-
finger draw a flight plan as they come in,
Oh,
and,
that's a
and
different
more and
one.
more planes are coming in, and you have to put the red plane to the red runway and the blue plane to
For
the
extra points, yeah.
blue runway.
Is there one where it's you just have to deal with emergencies in the air? Like there's the Ebola and then terrorist and
Oh yeah, the
you know,
new
out
new
of
one.
fuel and a storm and acts of God, Superman, all those levels.
Sim City.
Yeah. Oh, God, I love that one. You build up a whole society, get them all happy with the
I
tax,
know,
and
and
then
then
you
kill
put
'em.
Godzilla through. See, you should have paid more
I
tax.
used to drown mine.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Surely.
Hey,
and don't
hey,
you take care
that-
of cats? Don't
I
you have a
do,
cat
I
you take
do.
care of?
No, but they're
that
real.
poor pussy cat.
I know.
That cat is awesome.
I built up that cat and then I drowned it. Just like
Have you
Sims.
seen my new cat?
I did.
Priscilla?
I saw the pictures. I thought it was cute.
Thank you.
Aw,
Yes.
Cute cats.
Hey, kittens equal clicks, and that's the number
You didn't
one
do a
thing
GIF
you should take
animation.
from this episode.
Yeah, and hey, what? There was a gift holiday, not a gift holiday, Hallmark for gifts or gifts. 100th birthday or something like that. It's been around for 100 years.
Oh, Calgary Stampede,
No gifts. Yeah.
100th anniversary.
If you're gonna go
2
to the
weeks from now.
Calgary
And
Stampede,
the
go
Bunker
for the deep
Project's
fried
almost
burger.
100 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, coming up. Hey, don't we have a party on the 2nd?
On August 2nd,
Just after the
we are
fireworks,
having
the
a big
Vancouver
party in
fireworks after the huge
Vancouver.
party. The 2nd.
All international listeners, book
After
your plane
that day.
tickets now.
Yes.
Dun dun dun. And when you're going to the airport, do not take explosives or black beer.
Or beer,
Barclay
Craig.
Hotel has
Craig.
some
It's like a 50
cheap
decent
room
black beer.
rates just for the party.
Just for the party. Hey, we got a bunch of sponsors too.
Wix.com.
Now
We're
in
working on
HTML5.
some other
We got a
HTML5
black
and
beer
other
company?
exciting colors.
I'm looking it up right now. I don't
All right, thanks for listening. We will see you again next week with another exciting episode of The Bunker Show and another segment of Gaming with Jay.
Oh, thrilling, thrilling, thrilling. Anyways, hey, I'm enjoying this mic. I like that DJ voice.
It's an awesome mic.
That's a sexy mic. We should talk about it.
No. We did that 3 shows
All right,
ago.
see you again next week.
Bye.